Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It's Monday. I'll write it up here. And it's January the 6th, 2025. And today's topic will be sketching on a laptop. As you can see, and getting used to it. So this is going to be an experiment, and I probably won't actually record in this way again, but I think it'll be alright for this one video. We'll see how it turns out, I'm not sure. So yeah, before we begin, welcome back. If you're returning, welcome. If you are new, I sketch and post every day, and it's usually traditional art, but I'm moving into digital art also, because I know a lot about that. I just haven't really done it on the channel as much. And yeah, I use timers to stay focused and build a habit. So I'm going to start a 10-minute timer, and I won't do a ton, but I did want to get into digital art, so for the channel anyway. Yeah, I've just done it for a long time, but I stepped away from it. So think of this as, so normally or usually I have one other digital sketching video that I did a while back, and I would normally record the screen, but this is my laptop, and it's an old laptop. And the program, I'll talk about the laptop a little bit, and the program I'm using is Autodesk Sketchbook, which was free when I installed it, but that was a few years back. And yeah, this laptop's pretty old anyway. So just to begin with, I'm just gonna warm up, and I'll talk about this particular program, which it's okay. I mean, it works, and it was free, and I used it on and off for a while. And yeah, I'll kind of talk about that a little bit, but I'll talk about like the setup here. So this, while I get warmed up. So part of this is figuring out if I could actually use this for sketching, because what happened was, years ago, I worked at a restaurant for a while, and when I was throwing out the trash one night, I saw that there was a bunch of computer equipment that had been thrown out next to the dumpster, and including this laptop. There was a few of them, and because I guess like the business next door, like they were leaving, and they just threw out all their computer stuff. And so yeah, I mean, I didn't want to waste a perfectly good laptop. So yeah, I kind of went dumpster diving, and I had to reinstall things, and I bought some like more RAM and stuff like that, and cleaned it up. But yeah, like it worked, but it was already kind of old even back then. So it's a Lenovo ThinkPad X200 tablet, and yeah, it was already a little bit old at the time when I found it. And now it's especially old, but it still works, as you can see. And I mainly use it to write my books. Like that's the idea. And that's pretty much when I type, like I use the laptop, and it works fine for that kind of thing. It's a little slow when I'm browsing stuff like that. But one thing I didn't really do was, because it's got this pen that comes with it, and one thing that I didn't really do was do art, because I mean it was kind of slow, and yeah, I haven't really used it for sketching. I'm just making stuff up, by the way, just to test out this, to test it out. And I'll just, so think of this as a little bit of a mini review. So for example, I wouldn't recommend getting this laptop unless you can find it next to a dumpster and willing to do a little bit of work. But I mean, it's fine for being a free laptop. So just kind of wanted to show you like if there's lag. I like that I can touch the screen, the touch, or yeah, it's not a touch screen. You have to use the stylus, but that's kind of cool. And also, if I were really going to sketch with this, I'd probably put some kind of grip on it somehow, because it's pretty thin. I mean, it's fine for like this kind of stuff. So yeah, it does work. And I like that you can flip the screen, like you can turn it around. So it's like a old school Microsoft Surface, is that what it's called? But yeah, I mean, I can't complain for a free laptop. So yeah, it's not bad. So as far as like the program, Sketchbook, yeah, like I said, it was free, and you've got the basic tools, and there's other, you can actually download more brushes and stuff. I don't know how it works nowadays, but you can see, so that's like the basics of it. So one, I just wanted to see if I could even use it in case I wanted to sketch something. But yeah, mostly I just want to write, and I mean, my channel is really more about drawing and sketching and painting, which includes digital art, by the way, because it's also about illustration and stuff. So all things art related, but I won't like talk too much about other stuff. But I mean, I am into like books and writing and movies and music and stuff, so it'll come up obviously, because it all kind of goes together for me. But the program itself is pretty good if you can get it, if it's still free. I'm not sure, but I like it. Of course, there's also just Microsoft Paint. The other thing is just in general about digital art. So yeah, a lot of the work that I'm gonna do, whether it's comics or concept art or just other stuff that I'm going to create, illustrations and stuff, a lot of it will end up on the computer anyway. So I am gonna do more of that. Now, my channel is predominantly, especially currently, predominantly going to be traditional art, and I think that I'm happy with that. So yeah, I mean, let me know if you feel like it, as far as if you have questions about digital art, because I know that a lot of different people watch these videos, and some people will never do digital art, some people want to but not sure how to get into it, some people have a lot of experience, and some people, like, that's mainly what they use. But just with that said, you could also just use digital art as a sketchbook. So I did that for a while, where I would just sketch and then save it out as like the date, and just use that as that's what I was doing whenever like I had been doing digital art almost exclusively for years, and because that was what I was doing for my professional work, and to get back into like traditional sketching and stuff. So you can see that even on an old laptop, like it works. Like this, this program does work, and that this old laptop can actually still be useful. So yeah, this is just the basic palette here, in case you are wondering. So that's 10 minutes. I'll start another 10-minute timer, and I'm not gonna do too much. I kind of want to see how this video turns out, but like I said, I'll most likely, I mean, I know I'm gonna record the screen on my desktop for other digital art stuff. But as far as this program is concerned, it's got, because you can install it obviously on your desktop, but yeah, there's just like the basic layout, and part of it is I'm also getting used to just using this stylus. And then you got these things where you can, I guess, adjust the brightness, the luminance, and then here is not sure what this one, strength of like the tool. And then if you double click, you can get to the settings. You can make it look thinner. But going back to the idea of, and you can have layers and stuff like that. It's like the basic thing. I mean, there's programs that are a lot better, I guess, like more advanced. On my computer, I usually use Photoshop, and also I have Affinity Photo or something, like that's what it's called. But yeah, I'll talk more about like digital art. I'm going to be doing more stuff like that. What was I going to say? I'll probably keep this video at 20 minutes. But oh yeah, I was going to say, like, one thing is, yeah, I wanted to step away from digital art because of all of the AI stuff that was going on, and I was actually I was saving, because I was working at all these jobs for several years, to save up to like get back into doing like professional work, and so I was kind of like out of the loop because I was focused on doing other jobs, like being good at other jobs and saving money and stuff. So I come back and see what's going on, and I'm thinking, oh, that's crazy. And so that's why I got back into doing my traditional stuff, just personally and also professionally. I mean, that was also a consideration. And yeah, I mean, it's like a concern. And so yeah, I wanted to rethink it and just see. I mean, it's a part of, so first of all, I love digital art and I love technology. I love computers. I love doing digital art. And I worked with these AI image generators, and I realized that it's a lot like tracing and plagiarizing and copying, and I knew that that just wasn't for me. There could have been maybe a way of using it that could be okay, but I mean, I get that also just personally, like I like to do things a certain way. I have my beliefs about what I like and how I want to do my work. But yeah, like I'm starting to mess with that and figure out how I want to go forward. And partly, as you can see, it's about basically being traditional about it, but I never really tried to be that traditional with digital art, but kind of, but like mixed media, because that's kind of how I do stuff. So I didn't mind that it would look mixed media. But yeah, it's an ongoing thing. This is part of it. This is part of me getting back into it. Also, I just want to experiment. There's that. So for example, I have this Japanese ink set that I want to experiment with. Also paint, like acrylic paint. And so I kind of want to record painting on canvas and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to do this for today. But like I said, if you are wanting to use this as a sketchbook, like it's a good way to keep a daily sketch practice. But yeah, definitely let me know if you have questions about digital art, or if you prefer to do like keep it digital. I won't record this setup, but I can see that I can use it. Like I can actually sketch something real quick if I'm on the laptop. But yeah, on here I use, there's a program called WriteMonkey. Like I said, I don't know that I want to make my channel about that kind of thing, but I can talk about it. But yeah, there's a program called WriteMonkey that I installed a while back, and I like it because it basically takes up the whole screen and you can just type. And so I kind of use that as like a daily writing habit. But yeah, there's not too much more. I'm just gonna, we got about 3 minutes left. I'm just kind of curious how this is even gonna turn out. As far as like the video. You can flip the canvas. There's always that mirror the canvas. And then the interface is a little weird. I mean, once you get used to it, it's not that weird, but like you've got this thing to move it around and zoom. And then you have to, plus there's I can't use the keyboard shortcuts. But yeah, as close out this video, I want to thank you for joining me for today's sketch routine. And if you like these videos, please support the channel. I appreciate it. And until next time, keep on sketching.